New information tonight surrounding the nation's heroin epidemic. Investigators in New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania are all sending out a warning tonight surrounding 3 deadly brands of drugs being sold to look just like heroin. Cody Holyoke is live in the studio tonight. And Cody, local law enforcement on the lookout for several new things, right?
Well, they are, Greg. These are small wax folds found by authorities. Take a look. New Jersey State Police call them by their street names. You see them on the labels: Power Hour, Taliban, and Strike Dead. And they contain potent and dangerous combinations of drugs that aren't typically seen by law enforcement. And some of these, we're told, don't contain any heroin in them at all, but they are packaged to look like heroin. These drugs are killing people. At least 6 people in New Jersey have died from overdose deaths connected to this trio of drugs. What's worse, police say naloxone, or Narcan as it's called, isn't working to counteract some of these drugs. Now, we checked with local law enforcement today. Albany County Sheriff Craig Apple tells me these drugs haven't yet surfaced in the capital region, but he says the news is certainly troubling.
We kind of said that it's cyclical and something else usually pops up on the wheel and it's that drug's turn. We're kind of hoping this isn't it, because as of right now, it's being sold more as a heroin product, but as far as we can tell, it's not an opiate-based product, and therefore the naloxone and Narcan doesn't have any effect on it. So if in fact you do have an overdose, the Narcan's not gonna hurt the person. It just won't bring them back.
Today, I also checked with many of the drug treatment centers around the capital region. I'm told staffers haven't heard of these specific drug combinations quite yet, but they say new drugs and other toxic compounds being sold as drugs are unfortunately something they see all too often.
That's what's most scary, is that people will go out and buy drugs, and people are selling, they buy drugs, they don't know what they're getting. They are being told it's one thing, but actually people are selling drugs, they're selling drugs to support their habit, or they're selling drugs to make money, and if they can sell it as something, they're going to sell it to make more money. And that's what's most dangerous, especially for new users, especially for younger people.
Again, I want to stress, from what we can gather, we have not seen these types of drugs in our area yet. Law enforcement, though, is on alert in our area, as well as the rest of the state and in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. And here in New York, the state is working to combat the heroin epidemic. For more on their efforts, log online to CBS6albany.com and click on web links. Greg?